step 1 for starting with PBWorks. You'll obviously want to create an account. So I have my account through UNCC. You can use any email address. You do not have to use an education website address. You don't have to use a work email. Gmail will work, Yahoo, whatever you choose to use. I have one for UNCC for all my grad school classes, but I also have one for school that for my job that I use my email for work. So you can create them with both. Now I'm going to create a sample one so you can see how to do it. On your home page right here of mypbworks.com, you come over down here to this cream colored box. Might be different on other computers, but there's a little link that says create a new workspace. Click on create a new workspace. And you simply sign up. You can choose your address for what you want it. So I'm going to write it example. That's the name of my PBWorks. You have to agree to non-commercial use. So I'm going to use this for education. I agree that this workspace is for non-commercial use. And this just says what my address is that I'm using to create it. Next. Oh, already in use. Examples for multi-literacy class. Okay, next. Anyone can see it. Only people I can invite or approve. It depends on what you want to do. I chose this option for my literature club only because I would have students putting their private thoughts about literature on there. Plus, I just always think that that's a better choice for anything you do with students. But it's completely up to you and what you're comfortable with. I agree with the PBWorks terms of service. Take me to my workspace. It is as simple as that. It is now created. It has created pages for you. All you have to do is simply go in and edit your pages. Editing your pages is as simple as using a Word document. So this is your front page. It even says front page up here. You come up here and you click edit. And this is how you edit any page, not just a front page. You'll notice that my tab went from view to edit now. And it looks very similar to Microsoft Word. Bold, underline, italicize. You can strike through your lettering, change the color, change the background, change the font. Anything basically that you could do with Microsoft Word, you can do with PBWorks. And you simply just do it just like you would do Microsoft Word. You just start typing. Again, highlight it, change the font. They don't have as many fonts as Microsoft Word, so you'll find that some things you'll need to change around, but very similar. Very similar. We're going to change the color here. Oops. Let's try that again. There it goes. So you change the color, all that sort of stuff. You can add hyperlinks. See, they've got a hyperlink here where you can check out information about the PBWorks educator community. They've got a PBWorks manual on how to do all these things. The one we're going to focus on in a minute is how to invite users. So that'll be important for us, especially when we want to invite our students. Even students that do not have an email address attached to their schooling. So we'll want to do all of that. Now the biggest number one tip that you need to remember when you've done this, you could type a whole big bunch of information, but unless you click save or save and continue, it will not save it. You have to click that. Save will hit save and you'll go back to view mode. Save and continue will save and continue to allow you to type until you finally click save, which takes you back to view mode. So we'll want to save. And here we are back again on the first tab, the view mode. And here we have all of our things that we've typed out. Over to the side again, all the different navigations bars. The pages and files you can find right here on this second tab right here to the top. And this has all your different pages that have been automatically created by PBWorks for your original wiki space. Obviously you don't have to use these. There's little buttons you can press off to the side where you can delete, you can move, you can delete all of them at once. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but you could do that. All these different types of things you can click to see all the pages. You can click to see all your files, which since I just created it, it would make sense that I don't have any files. Unfiled items, etc. All these different places. You can even add folders to organize yours a little better, however you see fit. Click on users now, where you can add users to your account. People who can go in and edit, people who can come in and add stuff to the wiki. The thing that you'll want to do since you're doing a literature club is you'll want to add more users. Now, in this space, they have to have an email address. Now, what happens if your student do not have email addresses? Simply create accounts for your students. How many students do you need? They'll be a writer. Continue. Let's go with 5 for now. Name's optional. Wiki username, you can change it. I, for ease of use, changed it to the person's name. So if the person's name was Judy, and it automatically changed it to Judy for me, and it gave them a password. However, what I did, since they know how to spell their last name at least, you can change it to their last name. But what I did was any vowel I changed to a number. So for example, LAWR3 instead of NC3. It's just a way you can make it so that it's coded but easier, especially for younger students to understand and to remember. So again, another possible place for you to put a student. Changed it to Stephanie. Now over here in the password, okay, so that would be Judy and Stephanie's names. So then, continue. Now you've got 2 that are already set up. You've got 3 that are technically set up, so you could have 3 more set up. And you can edit their accounts and fix everything later. But you now have Judy and Stephanie can go in, and all they have to do is go in, and when it asks them for a username and password, they simply type. For Judy, would type Judy for the username, and she would type her password, Lawrence, with 3s instead of E's, as the password. Done and done. Create accounts, print account list, and there we go. It even has a nice space. You can cut it and they can glue it in wherever you would like them to glue it, or tape, or staple. or you can have them take a photo of it and save it in their photos on their iPad. Okay, you can go in and do all that. You can change them from writer to editor to reader, all those things. And that is how you add students who don't have email addresses. Settings. You might have noticed if you watched the first video, you might have noticed that I had changed mine from this typical blue to a bright golden yellow. Change the colors. I chose this goldeny orange color. You can change the logo. That will be where up in the corner there will be a cute little logo of your choice. You can export information, all sorts of fun things that you can do in your settings. So those are the tabs across the top. Going back to Wiki now, here I am back at the beginning with all my options. If I want to add a page or change a page, I again go to Pages and Files. So I set up one for each of my students. I clicked on Assignments. I edited it, and I simply just came through just like a Word document. I went ahead and selected all of it and deleted all of it. Come up here. Oops. Save, of course. That's where I went wrong. Let's try this again. And I can rename. So I can rename it to Judy. That was one of my students' names. Now it says Judy up here. So Judy now knows that this is her page. I'll go back to the front page. Click Edit. And type Judy's name here. Highlight it. Add link. Alright, and now save. Now when Judy comes and clicks on this, ta-da! There's the page we just created. There you go. And we can do the same thing for Stephanie. So I just went back. I'm going to click Edit. Ooh. Okay. Add a link. Oh, but I haven't created one yet, so I'm going to save. And I'm going to go back and I'm going to either create a new page or change one of the other ones that's already on here, like I did with Judy, to be what I want it to be. Or I'm just going to create a new one by clicking New. So, in this video, what have we learned? Number 1, we learned how to set up our wiki. Number 2, we learned the basic editing features. Number 3, we went to Pages and saw how you can add, delete, and change pages. We went to Users. We learned how to add our students even if they don't have email addresses. And we learned that in Settings you can do a lot of different things to change the look and feel of your wiki.